Welcome to this month's edition of What's Going On Here.
Welcome back to another episode of What's Going On Here. I'm your host, Fatima Karkoub, and today we will continue to talk to Reverend Johnson, Mrs. Muriel Gray, and Mrs. Courtney Speed about their connections to the historical Turner Station. And Mrs. Gray, I know you are particularly interested in helping residents or homeowners in Turner Station. What kind of problems are homeowners experiencing?
Right now, the homeowners are experiencing homes being filtered down to the children. And a lot of times they're not prepared to take on that responsibility. But if they take it on, I mean, you know, when someone gives you something, of course you're going to take it, you know. If they leave you something, you're going to, you know, try to do your best to keep it up. But then you have to deal with the federal government. You have to deal with Baltimore County. If you rent your property out, it has to be inspected. And when it's inspected, it's not up to code. Then it has to come, you have to have funds enough to bring it up to code. And that's what a lot of people right now in Turner is having problems with, bringing their property up to code with Baltimore County. It's almost like every time you turn around, it's a little glitch there that you just can't overcome. Even though property is given to you and you have it, and it's just phenomenal right now with some of the homeowners trying to keep the property up, trying to pay the tax, trying to whatever, you know, whatever that there is there to, you have to, you know, whatever the, you know, your problem is, you have to have money to do it. And we have nowhere to go. If you go to Baltimore County and you ask them to help you, you have to live in the house. And a lot of us that own homes already have homes, and we're living in our own homes. So as a result, if someone gives you the property and you go to Baltimore County to try to get a loan, you can't get a loan or a grant because of the fact that you don't live in the household. If you lived in the household, you could get a lot done. But if you don't get anything. And I would like to see Baltimore County develop or a mechanism where homeowners can get funds to re-renovate their homes, and because we've got over 300 homes in Turner Station that's empty. Homeowners, people have passed on and left the homes to their children, and I'm a product of that. My mother left me 2 homes. I had one rented out, and that's the reason Baltimore County came in. When you rent a home out, Baltimore County will come in and tell you have to keep, you know, see if it's under their code. And as a result, I had to put a bathroom in and a kitchen in because the bathroom is over top of the kitchen, and the bathroom was leaking. And as a result, and I had to bring this money out of my pocket, over $8,000. And as a result of doing that, you know, it sort of put me in a bind. Then the lady decided she gonna move out and left me in a $4,000 bind. Plus she didn't pay her gas and electric bill. You know, and then we had the water bill. I just paid a $400 water bill yesterday. You know, on those 2 homes that, well, one was $211 and the other one was $214. You know, and as a result, people leave you hanging, and when they leave you hanging and you don't have the funds or somewhere to go that someone can help you, you know, it's hard.
And Mrs. Gray, how are you addressing these concerns?
Right now I'm working with Miss Speed through, you know, the community and the churches and so forth. We've just actually started pulling things together as we see things happening we try to address them. But it's hard. It's hard right now because our community is integrating. We got new people in there, and as a result, it's just so much happening at one time. And I guess we have to reach out to other community and to the government, you know, to get some help to come in to restore what we once had.
And I'm sorry, I'd like to add on to that. Not only is it happening, we don't know it's happening.
Right.
We don't know it until
It happens.
it happens, and then it's supposed to be a meeting for us to have our input, but it's null and void because it's already been planned and already in place what has been done somewhere without the consent of the community,
Right.
without the knowledge of the community. And this is a dilemma for the average person, but for somewhere we need to see if we can even get a planner. We were working with a planner from Morgan State, but they had taken him and put him in another area that they were redeveloping. And so that left us without a planner. And amateurs can hardly keep planning of our one home, more or less a whole community. And then we need legal help, a specialty legal help in the real estate field.
Yeah, the economics of it, it can be hard, especially if they have property of their own, and then the property is, the housing stock there is old. And so, you know, you're looking at houses that are just in dire need of repair. And so I think, you know, in some cases, if there are grants available where people could do the necessary repairs for weatherization and things like that, you know, I think it would certainly help out in the community.
And I would like to say also, the grant, is it a grant? It's on the tip of my tongue and I can't think of the name of the grant. When you borrow this money and
A reverse mortgage?
reverse mortgage,
Yes, that's true.
and they take you home. If you don't have someone that's 67 years old, in their 60s, that can take that house over, the reverse mortgage gets the house.
It's a joke.
It's a joke. And we've got some people right now in Turner's have did that reverse mortgage, and they're in trouble. You know, and it's just devastating. But I can say, I have a little backup. My daughter, she just came home from Jordan, and as a result, I turned both the homes over to her so that she could help me to do what needs to be done. And that's my relief right now as a homeowner, you know.
Mrs. Speed, what did you have to say?
Okay, so this is when we observed, that's why we were trying to set up this worldwide immediate fundraiser, from Kingdom Economic System, Save the Nation of Turner Station, because we cannot get the money from different grants and things. So back when the pioneers did, they used their own money, they collected, and that's what we are replicating, we're endeavoring to do. With the Kingdom Economic System, we will be able to help Sister Gray and others with the repairs from the dollars that we collect. And we certainly be kept public, and we will go through our churches and make sure that we even comply with the comptroller. So we're reaching out to help us help ourselves under God.
Thank you, Reverend Johnson, Mrs. Gray, and Mrs. Speed for joining us today and sharing information about this historic Dundalk community. I am Fatima Karkoub. Tune in next time for another edition of What's Going On Here.
Courtney!